First off, forgive me. This is a new app. I'm experimenting with things. I'm over in the nursery right now, and off in the distance, right there in the biggie screen, and me in the little screen, is Hydrangea quercifolia. And that's Snow Queen, which is known for like this really big panicle of flowers. And again, I have to say, I appreciate the panicles of flowers, in particular when they're dried. But one of the most underappreciated reasons, did you guys see that? This is why we're doing this. See, then it's real time. That was an Asian lady beetle that just assaulted me. Hydrangea quercifolia is almost better to grow for fall color than it is anything else. There's a Symphyotrichum over here that looks really good too. Let's get a little bit up close and personal. It's the end of the season here, so be gentle, people. No judgments, okay? It's a judgment-free zone. Look at this. Look how incredible this looks. Look at this. Look at what's going on in the big screen. I mean, look at that. Look at that backlight. So again, if you're ever standing around, remember, these plants, as Roy Diblick would say, are in their transportable form, meaning they're in a container. So right now you can move them. But if you're ever wondering about where to put a plant, doing things like this too while they're in this container stage is beautiful, right? They're in the fall. You see how pretty they look. Just move them around in the light. If you have a garden that can capture that same kind of moment, well, boom, there you go. There's your purchase choice. But, again, this is one of those, you got to think a little different than just the flower thing. And I forget, I started with these plants. That's Picea abies, Oreo spicata over there. Way off in the distance over there is an Acer palmatum, Yasmin. There's so many things. The real far distance, that's Cryptomeria, Yoshino, Citrus Atlantica glauca. I started with plants that were not flower focused. So clearly, my viewpoint of going from gardener to collector is also, from collector rather to gardener is also really different. But, I think I'm able to change maybe my viewpoint a little bit more. So when I see the Hydrangea paniculata flowers like this, it's just, it's spectacular. I see it, and then I see it in contrast with that backdrop of the Hydrangea quercifolia, and I'm thinking to myself, paniculata and quercifolia together. Also, by the way, that's a cameo by my dog, who never makes a cameo. And then a secondary cameo to the third cameo, which is over there, which is Acer palmatum, Tropenberg, which is an okay maple. It's a really early one. I'll tell you the story one day. It was a place called Burt Smith Nursery. It was over in Smithville, Tennessee. I drove like 2 hours to buy it. It was a beautiful experience. My daughter was really small. She was probably like 3. We went there together. She'll never remember it. And remember, never be one of those parents who's like, oh, do you remember? And your kid was 3. I mean, come on, just be objective. I don't think they're remembering. And by the way, borrowed view of my neighbor's property.